Yeah, I have options. I have the Joe Parker rematch. AJ doesn't have an opponent yet, so I'll buy everything.
I'd love to see you and AJ. Zhiley.
After his TKO victory over Deontay Wilder in Saudi Arabia, Zhang called out Anthony Joshua. Many praised Zhang's dominant performance. Ariel Helwani reacted, boldly claiming Zhang could defeat Joshua if they fought this year.
I think that was the best fight of Zhang's career, and I think it's the best that he's ever looked. And I said on the night that that version of Zhang could beat Anthony Joshua, who had fought just a couple of weeks prior. A lot of people didn't like that statement, but it just...
The boxing world eagerly anticipates this fight, believing it could be a highly competitive bout between Zhang and Joshua.
That was Zhiley Zhang, history with these two in the Olympics.
In that fight, I'm assuming you pick Joshua to win that fight.
I
need to
do,
ask the question?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
But we don't think Anthony Joshua is prepared to fight Zhang, as he has his eyes set on Tyson Fury. What did Joshua and his promoter Eddie Hearn have to say about this? Could we see a fight between Joshua and Zhang? Stick around and watch as we find out in this video. Zhiley Zhang's latest victory over Deontay Wilder wasn't a thriller, but the final moment was memorable. Zhang finished Wilder with a pair of big right hands in the 5th round, bouncing back from a recent loss to Joseph Parker and keeping himself in the conversation for a future heavyweight title shot, possibly against Anthony Joshua. As for Wilder, his career has been on a downhill trajectory. He seemed reluctant to let his hands go for the second consecutive fight, having also lost to Parker in his most recent outing. The power that had made Wilder one of the most feared punchers in boxing history never factored into the fight, with Zhang forcing Wilder to fight off his back foot for nearly the entire bout. Zhang was also fairly passive, not taking advantage of Wilder's passivity outside of brief bursts. However, that changed in an instant when Zhang landed a sweeping right hook that seemed to separate Wilder from his senses. Wilder spun and took a few steps away from Zhang before a second right hand connected, sending Wilder to the canvas. The boxing world is eager to see if Zhang will face Joshua next, as many believe it could be a highly competitive bout. For now, Zhang's decisive win over Wilder has certainly kept him in the spotlight. Wilder beat the count, rising at 9, but when instructed to walk to the referee, he stumbled, causing the referee to halt the bout at the 151 mark of round 5. I successfully took his right hand away, Zhang said via the interpreter. I blocked a few punches, but hell yeah, he punches hard. I give a lot of respect to him. He's a hard puncher. Zhang has always been interested in fighting Anthony Joshua, and with his dominating victory over Wilder, his desire for this fight will only grow stronger. He previously called out Joshua before his WBO interim heavyweight title defense clash against New Zealand's Joseph Parker. You have to ask Eddie Hearn if he wants to put Joshua against me, but I do want to make it happen, Zhang said. Unfortunately, Zhang lost that fight and subsequently the opportunity to fight Joshua. However, with this latest victory, Zhang could push for the Edge fight. It was expected that Wilder would be the next opponent for Edge's fight in September, with His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh expressing his interest in making this fight next. He even wished Wilder would defeat Zhang before the fight. Now, Zhang's decisive win over Wilder might change those plans, potentially setting up a highly anticipated bout with Joshua.
This is your day, and you know what is the match. I know you will deliver the job. I see it in your eyes. Get it back. You have the chance.
It is safe to say that His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh will be disappointed with the result, and will now have to plan for Anthony Joshua's next fight in Saudi Arabia at the end of 2024. Speaking of Joshua, it doesn't seem like he's interested in fighting Zhang next. Zhang doesn't have any belts, and a fight with him won't offer Joshua much, despite Zhang being one of the best heavyweights in the division. Joshua is also interested in fighting Tyson Fury in an all-British heavyweight showdown. But considering the Gypsy King has a rematch with Oleksandr Usyk, Edge will have to wait until 2025. Nevertheless, Joshua was asked about his reaction to Wilder's defeat, and he had a brutal 6-word response. Nah, it is what it is. He may not have been sympathetic about the stoppage, but he remained open-minded about the Alabama puncher's future. Come again if you want, but he's got his family and there's a life outside of boxing for him, he added. Joshua continued, I enjoy fighting in London. I enjoy fighting out here in Saudi Arabia. I enjoy fighting in America. It's a blessing and it doesn't last forever. That's why I say it with Wilder. If he wants to go again, give it another crack. But sooner or later, Father Time will catch up with you, with everyone. Joshua will likely fight Daniel Dubois next, and Dubois appears to be the front runner after his recent electrifying performance. The Brit stopped Filip Hrgovic on cuts in the 8th round of a fight that saw Dubois come through early adversity to batter the Croatian from pillar to post. He picked up the IBF interim trinket in the process and could be upgraded to full champion in the coming weeks, provided the major sanctioning body strips Usyk as expected. This potential upgrade means Joshua may have the opportunity to become a 3-time heavyweight champion on September 21st at Wembley Stadium. Daniel Dubois' coach, Don Charles, recently shared his reaction to the rumors regarding this potential fight, expressing enthusiasm and readiness for the challenge. The boxing world eagerly anticipates confirmation of this exciting matchup.
Future.
Well, he is from last night. He's the interim champion IBF. Yeah, so he's that could be, from what I've been told by the lawyer, that could easily be promoted to becoming the full champion.
Charles expressed immense pride and satisfaction with Dubois' performance, highlighting the meticulous team effort behind his success. Charles mentioned their strategy was to put Hrgovic on the back foot, exploiting his lack of defense, and likened Dubois' aggressive inside fighting style to a young Mike Tyson, which proved effective against Hrgovic. When asked about the possibility of Dubois facing Anthony Joshua, Charles remained reserved, stating that managerial and legal teams handle such decisions. He acknowledged that Dubois, now the interim IBF champion, is well positioned for future significant fights, possibly even becoming the full IBF champion soon. Charles also commented on Deontay Wilder's recent fight against Zhiley Zhang, praising Zhang's performance while expressing sympathy for Wilder. He reflected on the broader boxing scene, emphasizing the rapid advancements and major fight arrangements facilitated by the Saudi vision, calling it a game changer. Finally, Charles advocated for the trickling down of funds from high-profile events to grassroots boxing, ensuring support for smaller promoters and emerging fighters. He concluded with an inspiring message about chasing dreams and overcoming challenges. This indeed is a dream come true for Daniel Dubois, who has become interim champion at 26 and now has some potentially big fights coming up.
What did you do to AJ?
Just demolish him. I get even better. From here on, I get even better.
It's the last word to the people who always doubted you, and you've shown them back to back.
Oh, that was enough tonight. That was a smacking.
In a potential showdown between Zhiley Zhang and Anthony Joshua, several factors would determine who might emerge victorious. Both fighters have distinct styles, strengths, and weaknesses, making this hypothetical bout an intriguing matchup for boxing fans. Zhiley Zhang, known as the Big Bang, showcased his power and resilience in his victory over Deontay Wilder. Zhang's key strengths include his formidable punching power and his ability to withstand pressure. Standing at 6 feet 6 inches and weighing around 260 pounds, Zhang's physical presence is intimidating. His southpaw stance and powerful left hand pose a significant challenge for any opponent, including Joshua. Zhang's knockout of Wilder highlighted his capability to land decisive blows that can end fights quickly. Additionally, Zhang's victory over Wilder has likely boosted his confidence and motivation. Coming off such a significant win, Zhang would be eager to capitalize on his momentum and prove himself against another top-tier opponent like Joshua. His motivation to solidify his status as a top heavyweight contender would drive him to put up a strong performance against Edge. Anthony Joshua, a former unified heavyweight champion, brings a different set of skills to the table. Standing at 6 feet 6 inches with a chiseled physique, Edge combines athleticism, technical boxing skills, and significant punching power. Joshua's key to success often lies in his disciplined approach, footwork, and ability to box from a distance. He is also known for his powerful combinations and ability to adapt his strategy mid-fight. Joshua's aspirations add another layer of intensity to this matchup. With eyes set on a future showdown with Tyson Fury, Edge would be motivated to win this fight convincingly to maintain his status and momentum. A dominant victory over Zhang would not only bolster his confidence but also send a message to Fury and the rest of the heavyweight division. Speaking of technical abilities, Joshua's ability to control the distance with his jab and movement would be critical in this fight. Edge's reach and footwork allow him to maintain a safe range where he can score points while minimizing the risk of engaging in close-range exchanges where Zhang's power is most effective. By keeping Zhang at bay, Joshua can exploit his technical boxing skills, maintaining a strategic advantage and reducing the chances of getting caught by Zhang's heavy punches. Zhang's power is a significant threat in this matchup. His ability to land heavy shots could potentially hurt Joshua, especially if he manages to close the distance. Zhang has demonstrated his knockout capability, as seen in his victory over Deontay Wilder. Conversely, Joshua has shown vulnerability to power punches, notably in his losses to Andy Ruiz Jr. and Alexander Usyk. This dynamic suggests that while Joshua has the technical edge, Zhang's power could be a game-changer if he lands cleanly. Both fighters have faced questions regarding their stamina. A fight that extends into the later rounds could test their conditioning and ability to maintain performance under fatigue. Joshua has shown improved stamina in recent fights, but prolonged pressure from a powerful opponent like Zhang could still challenge him. Similarly, Zhang's endurance will be crucial. If he can maintain his power and pace beyond the early rounds, he could capitalize on any lapses in Joshua's defense. Joshua's ability to adapt and make adjustments during the fight could be a decisive factor. His corner's strategy and his ability to execute it effectively would play a critical role in his chances of winning. Joshua has demonstrated adaptability in past fights, making necessary changes to his game plan when required. This adaptability could help him navigate Zhang's power and find ways to exploit weaknesses in Zhang's defense. Conversely, Zhang's success might hinge on his ability to force Joshua into uncomfortable situations and prevent him from settling into a rhythm. The outcome of a Zhang versus Joshua fight is difficult to predict due to the contrasting strengths of each fighter. Joshua's technical skills and ability to control the distance give him a strategic edge, while Zhang's power and recent momentum make him a formidable threat. The fight could hinge on who executes their game plan more effectively and who can handle the pressure and adapt as the bout unfolds. A disciplined Joshua might outbox Zhang over the distance, but Zhang's power could secure an early knockout victory if he lands his heavy shots effectively. However, it's not just about the fighters in the ring. It's also about the support system behind them. Both Zhang and Joshua have experienced and strategic corners that play a crucial role in their preparation and in-fight adjustments. The advice and adjustments from their trainers could turn the tide of the fight at any moment. While Joshua has the edge in technical prowess and experience at the highest levels of the sport, Zhang's raw power and southpaw stance present a unique challenge. It's a classic matchup of skill versus strength, and the clash of these titans would surely be a spectacle for boxing fans around the world. Ultimately, the fight would test both men to their limits, showcasing their strengths and exposing their weaknesses. Joshua's strategic approach and ability to control the fight from a distance might give him the edge, but Zhang's knockout power is a constant threat that could change the outcome in an instant. Who do you think would win this fight? Will Zhang outbox Edge, or will Edge come out victorious with his superior technical ability? Let us know in the comments. That's it for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell for the latest notifications so you never miss out on videos like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.